Good afternoon, Western Washington, and happy Friday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the forecast for the next few days here. Pretty calm weather overall, but we'll take a look at it anyway. So starting here with the satellite imagery, you can see it's a mostly sunny day across Western Washington. You got these high clouds moving through, some filtered sunshine at times, got some clouds over the Cascades, some of the coast having some brief clouds as well, but otherwise mostly sunny. Taking a look at temperatures here as we go about 3 o'clock p.m. here, you can see temperatures currently in the 70s for most of the Puget Sound area, upper 60s to low 70s north of Everett. You can see some areas along the water, especially along Whidbey Island northward, still in the 60s, and upper 50s to low 60s along the coast there, and even in the mountains up into the upper 60s there, 69 degrees at Snoqualmie Pass, 68 at Stevens Pass. So pretty warm across the area today. You can see parts of eastern Washington into the low 80s. Taking a look here at our overall pattern, you can see we have some ridging, some brief ridging over the area. That's going to kind of open up here as we go into Saturday. You can see brief ridge moves across the area Sunday into Monday, and then this flattens out a little bit, and that flattening of the ridge allows for some brief rain to make its way into the area Monday and Tuesday. Nothing much at all, though, and then this ridge rebuilds over the area as we go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, and then we may open the door to some more systems at the end of next week, but we'll see. That is somewhat uncertain. It's been flip-flopping a little bit. Taking a look at total precipitation, you can see we don't have any showers in the area. You got this upper level low spinning across parts of California and Oregon. Maybe a couple of mountain showers on Saturday there in the afternoon and evening, but otherwise we remain mostly dry across Western Washington. More mountain showers possible on Sunday, and then as we go into Monday afternoon and evening, you can see some rain moving through the area. That continues into Tuesday morning, and then you can see into very early Wednesday, get a little bit more rain, and there's some brief showers lingering, but then we dry out again and will likely remain dry all the way into at least Friday midday into the evening. We'll see. That may change a little bit as well. Taking a look, this is total precipitation on the European model through Wednesday morning, and you can see all the way through Wednesday morning we only get a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rain across the Seattle metro area. Up toward Bellingham and Mount Vernon, you're looking at about a third of an inch of rain. Same thing on the coast there, tenth of an inch to a third of an inch, maybe a half inch up near the north coast there, but even across the Cascades, nothing much at all. And if we take a look real quick here at snow, you can see there nothing at all, just like a tenth of an inch of snow. So we're getting to the time of the year where snow doesn't really happen in the mountains anymore, and it's just rain, and even that is not very much at this time. And why exactly we are seeing a lack of snow and stuff like that is you can see it when we take a look at high temperatures in the mountains. Even the coolest areas only getting into the upper 30s there is still quite warm, so it's hard to get snow at this time of year anyway. Today's a nice warm day, of course, across the region. You can see highs in the mid to upper 60s, some low 70s as well north of Everett, and then from Everett southward you're looking in the low to mid 70s. Really nice day out there. Coast even in the low to mid 60s, upper 60s just inland. As we go into Saturday, you can see the coast cools down in the mid-50s. The lowlands stay pretty nice in the mid to upper 60s, maybe some low 70s across parts of King and Pierce counties as well. The mountains in the mid-50s. There's kind of the trend. Then as we go into Sunday, we cool down further across Western Washington. Highs in the mid-50s, maybe some upper 50s across the coast, and low to mid-60s across the interior lowlands there. Cool down more on Monday with some of that rain moving in mid-50s. Everett northward there, and then upper 50s to low 60s from Everett southward, mid 50s on the coast. Warm up a tad bit on Tuesday with some of those showers moving through upper 50s to low 60s across the region. Then as we go into Wednesday, the final day of April there, we will warm up in to the mid to upper 60s across Western Washington, maybe some low 60s Everett northward, and upper 50s to low 60s on the coast. Looking even nicer there Thursday, May 1st. Look at that. Highs in the upper 60s to mid 70s across Western Washington. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few upper 70s possibly, especially areas closer to the foothills there. And then we will potentially cool back down as we go back into next Friday, May 2nd there. But that is looking a week out, so we could have some decent change in the forecast after that. So stay tuned for more information on what's coming up next. And then I want to take a look at this, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook for the first 5 days of May. You're looking at temperatures likely to be above average across Western Washington, but we have this interesting signal for that same time frame, slightly above average precipitation, which we will need it because it's been quite dry these last few weeks, and it will continue to remain dry over the next week or so here with only a few tenths of an inch of rain across the region. taking a look at the drought monitor. So what we're looking at here is the drought conditions in April of 2024. Now, when I slide this over, you can see it changes to the drought conditions currently in April of 2025. And you can see that this brown area there, that is moderate drought. You can see how that has moved and includes the entirety of the Cascades and includes parts of the Seattle metro area as well, especially in King and Pierce counties there. So even though it's only April, we are already in drought, which doesn't really set up well for the summer, which is likely looking to be a bit on the dry side. So we'll see how this plays out. I'll keep referencing the drought monitor here. We get new information, an updated drought monitor outlook every Thursday. So we'll have to keep watching that to see how this plays out. And then taking a look at snowpack here, you can see that it's not looking great across Washington here. 73% of normal for the Cascades from Lewis County northward, about 97% of normal for southern Washington and northern Oregon. So it's looking a bit better down there. And then the North Cascades not looking great, down to 67% of normal. So snowpack is decreasing, and it's decreasing a bit faster than we'd want it to. You can see if you click on the basin here, it will pull up a graph that shows about where we are. This usually takes a little bit to load, but we can see it right here. Normal is about this green line here. This black line is where we actually are. So it's not a great place that we're at right now. Usually we get that melt out at some of the higher elevations in late June to early July. So we'll see when that happens this year. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe here on Western Washington Weather on YouTube and follow me on Blue Sky, Facebook, and the Western Washington Weather Facebook group. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.